Do you think apps ruined dating? Okay, I'm just going to say it because everybody says apps ruined dating. And I'm going to be real with you today. Did they? Did apps actually ruin dating or did they just expose problems that were already there? It's like which came first, the chicken or the egg? The dating apps or the dating habits that frustrate us? I get told all the freaking time by clients, by friends, the dating apps suck. They just suck. They're so hard to manage. You get ghosted, or you're so tired of swiping, or you're on the apps and you get no dates, no responses, or if you do get responses, they're creepy, or they're people that you typically wouldn't match with. I understand that is frustrating AF, and you're tired of going on dates with people thinking that they're serious. They want something real, only to find out, no, they're just casually dating. Or they might even tell you or have on their profile, yes, of course, I want a serious relationship. And then boom, is that true? Nah, that's not true. And it is exhausting. So what do? You download the apps. I know I'm going to read your mind right now. You've downloaded the apps. You've deleted those apps. You said, fuck this. I'm never getting on an app again. I'm so tired of dating. And then you downloaded the apps again. It's the cycle that goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's exhausting. And I'm going to be diving all into if apps really actually ruin dating and how to make them actually work. Yes, I did meet my husband on the apps, and I've had lots of clients meet their boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives on the apps. So do they work? Yes, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But of course, we're also getting into our taco section. Taco stands for talking about coming and orgasms. Yep, you know it. And we are going to be diving all into the difference between a hookup and a date. Because sometimes when you're on those dating apps, you don't know the difference. You're like, they said they wanted me to come over, but does this mean we're just hooking up or is this an actual date? Oof, we're going to get all into that. But first, welcome to Carla Turned On, where dating and relationships get real, sex gets talked about, and the BS gets left on red. Let's get turned on. Did dating apps create the fucking problem when it comes to dating and feeling exhausted and completely burned out? The reality is no. Okay, I know. Before you're like, whoa, Carla, so wrong. Just hear me out for a little bit here, okay? Apps did not invent commitment issues, cheating, situationships, refusing to settle, somebody being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, the on and off again relationships, ghosting, even though, yes, caveat, ghosting did get more popular with the apps. But the reality is those existed way before our smartphones ever did. And yes, okay, we didn't have social media to blast. Like, I feel like I get on my TikTok these days and I'm just like scrolling and I get to hear everybody's personal drama, grievances, everything they've ever gone through in their life. I actually feel like TikTok has become, and if you're like, oh, I stick to Instagram or I stick to Facebook, I think there's other stuff there too. But TikTok has sort of become the Facebook like status of social media. It's like when people just like update all their thoughts. And I have to tell you, I know I'm digressing right now, but I got down a Facebook rabbit hole the other day. I'm not really active on Facebook at all, but I got on it to look something up that somebody needed me to see. And I looked it up and it was like posting for like a piece of furniture or something. And I got on and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, yep, I am backing out of Homer Simpson, going back into those bushes, baby. I am getting off Facebook right now. And then I thought about it and I was like, TikTok is kind of that space now of like everybody kind of like oversharing and saying too much and that kind of thing. So yeah, but I will say this, social media, I think actually has amplified problems because it puts it in your face and it feels so busy, but people have always had fucked up relationship stuff going on. People have always had unhealthy relationships, toxic relationships, cheating, leaving somebody for someone else. I don't know. And people get caught easier maybe with cheating because of social media, but ultimately it's always been there. Humans are humans. Our behavior hasn't actually necessarily changed. But when we look at factors that exacerbate or make it so in our fucking face that we can't deny or we can't unsee it, I would say apps absolutely contribute to that. They do. They do. And I'm not saying that apps are necessarily the problem here. As somebody who's been a dating relationship coach for almost a decade now, I can tell you that apps have absolutely shifted in culture. I was like one of the OG Tinder people, like on Tinder when it was the first dating app, before Bumble even came out. Yeah, I know I'm dating myself right now. But I was on Tinder and I was like, I remember at work, 'cause this guy was like, "Hey, have you heard about the dating app Tinder?" And I was like, "No, what is this?" And he started explaining it to me. I was like, "Huh, what an interesting concept." So I got on. I had been on Tinder dates back in the day when I was living in LA. I'd been on Bumble dates when Bumble finally came out and it was like popular. And at the time it was fun and it was exciting. I was early 20s and I don't think the app culture had fully formed yet at that time, because I have to say right now, app culture, there's a culture around apps. There is, and it's exhausting. And even for people, and you might be like, bullshit, Carla, but even for people who just want to hook up on the apps, because I've had clients say to me that they haven't had very good success with just like hooking up on the apps. And then they end up hooking up with somebody or they end up catching feelings and they're like, oh, this is complicated. So the point I'm just trying to make here is relationships have always been complex because humans have feelings and emotions. That shit has never shifted. The apps just inserted a new culture and helped shape our dating culture and shift it. But the complexities of humans and relationships and dating still exist and existed before the apps. Also, I just want to say, if you are new to Carla Turned On, welcome. You're a freaking awesome person. Thanks for joining us today. And if you're an OG listener, welcome the fuck back. I'm happy you're here, as always. And if you want to give the podcast 5 stars, go ahead and give 5 stars. Leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. I always love seeing what you guys comment and write in the reviews. And then, of course, if you want to work with me, you can go to carlaromo.com or check out the show notes. My links are in there for Ask Me Anythings. I also offer a dating profile makeover. Yes. It's called Swipe Match Spark, the ultimate dating app guide. That honestly, I'm just gonna be real with you. If you've been struggling with the apps, this is my proven guide. I use a formulated system that I met my husband in and on the apps. And then I also have clients have success using the system too. So you can check all that out. But I want to really get into this piece around the apps and how it has shifted the dating culture so much that now they're the ones to blame. And when we say they're the ones to blame, who are we blaming? Okay, first and foremost, let's just say it. There is more choice and option on the app. So we think. Back in the fucking day, when you were dating, you were trying to get married under 30 because, oh my fucking God, you were old as fuck if you got married over 30. By the way, I've gotten married over 30. I'm considered a geriatric fucking pregnancy right now. So you get the fucking point. But if you really take a step back, you were just trying to meet somebody, whether you went to college or your hometown or high school or somebody directly in your community or the local bar. When I say local bar, we're talking like more small town vibe bar, right? People weren't dating. And at the time too, and we're talking prehistoric days when smartphones didn't exist. We're also talking about the fact that women weren't as career oriented. This is even like 30 years ago. Women weren't as career oriented. So it's like they were looking for partners. And financially, women always weren't set up for success financially to independently help themselves. So they relied on a man for support, whether they wanted to or not. And I think what has shifted is that now women have careers, they can take care of themselves, and they just want that partner. They do. This is the majority of people that I will coach is who are women. All right. I coach a lot of guys too, but the women that come to me are like, I have a career. I feel solid in it. I'm looking for that cherry on top of the sundae. I don't need the whole sundae. I have a life. I have hobbies. I have interests. I do things for myself. I've got a full life, but I'm looking for that cherry on top of that sundae. And it's really hard to find because they're not looking for anything else except for the emotional support and connection and love and romance and sex and all that good stuff. And so there isn't this need of I need or depend on a guy financially. Now, I will say that has shifted in our culture as well. So now you have a bunch of women who are on dating apps who are looking for this emotional connection. And there's lots of men on dating apps, if you're a dude listening, who is looking for the emotional connection. I coach a lot of men who are looking for the emotional connection. And you guys are both looking for this emotional connection, but nobody needs it. Nobody is like, oh my God, I have to have it. Okay. And if you're in a mindset of, oh my God, I have to have it, I have to find somebody now, I would challenge you that there are societal factors that are influencing you, family factors, cultural factors, and actually, I'll extend it, self-esteem, codependency, things that influence the need to be in a relationship. Because the reality is here, you don't need it, you want it. Now, why the fuck then do the apps feel so exhausting? You're like, okay, cool, Carla. I get it. Thanks. Which came first, the chicken or egg? Perfect. Great. But apps are fucking exhausting because there is always a cycle. It's the hopeful cycle. I see this time and time again with my clients. You get on the apps. You're excited. I'm going to do this. I have the confidence. Okay, I got this. You're on the apps. And then you're like, okay, I've gone on a date or I'm not getting matches and the date didn't go well and now it's not great. And then I got ghosted. I thought it was going well. There's so many factors at play that start to we're like in not a ping pong game. Well, it could be ping pong, boom, 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 but pinball. That's it. You guys remember pinball? Okay. We're in the pinball and we're just like getting bounced around back and forth, boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm tired of getting beat up. This kind of sucks. I don't feel good about this. And you know what? Fuck the apps. Fuck the apps. I'm getting off. I'm deleting. And this is where with working with my clients, we see success because instead of just being like, I'm getting off the apps, goodbye, which look, some clients do choose to do that. And I am not sitting there telling you have to stay on the apps. There are other ways to meet people and we work on that too. Apps should not be your only priority, which is also why you probably feel burned out if you're only doing the apps. But, and I talk a lot about that in Swipe Match Spark, the ultimate dating app guide in the show notes if you're curious. But I will tell you this right now, that if you just are like, I'm done, I'm off the apps, and you don't address the feelings that led you to be off the apps, you're going to get right back into that cycle again. And so it starts to feel exhausting. And then what is the common denominator? The fucking apps. You're like, this sucks. I hate the apps. It's annoying. It's boring. It's tedious. I'm getting nowhere. It's weighing on my self-esteem, and it's normal to feel that way, but you don't want to let the apps win. You don't want to let the apps be like, oh my gosh, it's dictating my entire personality, mood, and everything around dating. No, fuck the apps when it comes to that. Make the apps work for you. That is my motto. Make the fucking apps work for you instead of you working around the apps. Okay, whew, we're done. That's it. Carla turns on's over. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but I'm there was a lot of passion in that, and I'm serious. Okay, so just yes. But this is where you take the fucking power back from the apps. You have more power than you think on the apps. I'm going to tell you this right now. Hey, real quick, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want dating support, don't forget to look in the notes below where you can learn all about my guides and how to work with me. And if you want to follow me on my socials, you can find me anywhere at I am Carla Romo. Let's get turned on. I want you to evaluate who am I choosing? What are the patterns that I keep going after? Am I feeling so insecure that I just keep picking whoever? And I know there's red flags in there, but I want it to work so badly. So I'm just going to make it work and just go on a date with somebody, anybody. It's not a numbers game. Dating apps are not a fucking numbers game. Dating apps are quality over quantity. All day, every day, rest my case. Because if you go on 20 dates with people and only one of them actually had what you're looking for, you're wasting your damn fucking time. Now, I don't like to say you're wasting your time because there's always something to learn. That is the coach in me, right? But the reality is you're going to be exhausted. You're going to be burned out. You need to get specific on what you're looking for, and you need to be able to talk about that in the actual app before you even move it to a date of what you are looking for when it comes to dating. Ask the damn question. Scare them away. Great. Oh my gosh. They didn't get back to you after you asked that question. Oh my God. That means that they are not emotionally available to be able to have the elephant in the room conversation of why you're even on the apps. And if you're like, I need to know, Carla, what are the signs that I'm not compatible with somebody from the dating apps? Okay, here are some quick signs that you are not compatible with somebody from dating apps. Number one, different relationship goals. Okay, so definitely check that in their profile. Number two, communication feels hard as fuck from the start. Yeah, you're like pen pal territory, or they're just like giving you one word sentences, answers. You get what I'm saying. And there's no follow-up question. They're not asking you questions. You're doing all the heavy lifting. You're asking the questions. Always ask questions. Finish the paragraph. Finish whatever you're writing. Ask the question. Come up with something. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. That is how you kill conversations. Number three, you're feeling more anxious than secure talking to them. Yes, I understand that dating brings up a lot of anxiety, and so do dating apps. However, if you are feeling like, oh my gosh, this is like making me really nervous, I don't know, they're like spotty or they're like too intense, yes, follow your damn gut. That means you're not compatible. Do not move forward with going on a date with them and stop talking to them. It's okay to stop talking to somebody that's weirding you out or making you feel anxious. So at the end of the day, just freaking remember, yes, dating apps are a lot and they're confusing, but if you just give up, then you are always going to be in that cycle of the download the app, undownload the app, download the app, undownload the app. Because at the end of the day, relationships are complex no matter what. And the dating apps are only one avenue to meeting somebody, only one avenue out of so many. All right, now we're going to shift gears only slightly. And we're going to get into our taco section, talking about coming and orgasms. That's what taco stands for. And I think this one is a really big one, which is how to tell the difference on a dating app between a hookup and a date. Okay, first and foremost, red flags that it is a hookup. And then we're going to go into the green flags that it's a date. Red flags, it's a hookup on a dating app. They want to meet up that same day. We're talking like, let's meet up in 3 hours. Now, of course, caveats, I get it. Well, I met somebody once and it was like a real date. We just were going to be busy. It's fine. Okay, I get it. Fine. But somebody who is just like willing to be like, hey, let's just get together right now. That feels like sexual urgency vibes. And you're not giving enough time for consistency to build of, okay, we set a date. Can they follow through? They have a life. They have other things going on right now. Not saying that if you're available in 3 hours that you don't have a life. But you get the point. Another red flag, they ask you to come over. Big one right there. Do not go over to a stranger's house, please. Especially from a dating app. That is like no good 101, okay? Like, no, we're not doing that. And I will just say, go do something chill for a first date, okay? Don't go to someone's house. And then our third red flag, that it is a hookup. So much overt sexual comments toward you. Okay, look, if you are on the apps to hook up, and there's no shame in that. If you are on the apps to hook up, fine, whatever, do your thing. But if somebody is intentionally dating and this person is like overtly flirty and sexual, blah, that's creepy. Okay? Doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. That's how guys get a catfish with women, and that's how women get creeped on by men. Okay? So there you have it. The green flags that somebody wants a date from a dating app and not a hookup is number one, they make plans in advance. So, hey, we can meet up at this time and I'll be available in a couple days. Great, that works for me. They're showing that there isn't this like sense of urgency that they're trying to like properly court date you. Number two, you guys meet in public. Yeah, that's like a given, you would think. But seriously, sometimes I've had clients say to me like, well, she asked me to come over. And so like I did. And I didn't realize that she just wanted to hook up. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Don't beat yourself up. But if you're going to someone's house, assume that either you're creating boundaries for yourself in dating or that person is looking for just a hookup and not an actual date. And last, number three, green flag of what somebody wants when it comes to an actual date from a dating app is their profile is filled out. They put in there that they're intentionally dating. They are asking you actual questions, like the whole fucking package in this one. Like everything checks out. It doesn't feel overtly sexual. You're having good quality conversations. They're asking you real questions, trying to get to know you. That shows that the person cares more about depth. Anybody who just wants to fuck, they're not going to care about that. They're going to just want to quick, let's go. quick, no pun intended. Let's fucking go, baby. That's how you know the difference between a hookup and somebody who's actually planning a date on an app. Loved this episode? Rate it 5 stars, hit that subscribe button, baby, and leave a review. Do you want to work with me? Grab my dating courses, apply for my coaching at carlaromo.com or find it all in the show notes, and give me a little follow at I am Carla Romo on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Catch you next time and stay tuned. Carla Turned On is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is not a substitute for therapy. For professional support, please reach out to a licensed mental health provider.